Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here for Day Trading Radio, or DayTradingRadio.com. Kind of an introduction video, kind of a recap video of what Day Trading Radio is, who I am, what our community is about, and all the things you get here at Day Trading Radio. As traders, I've been trading 26 years, going on 26 years this year, full time. And actually, we've been doing this show, Day Trading Radio, daily show, trading show on YouTube and on many different platforms. We've been doing that since 2007. So this is our 15th year anniversary, and loved the journey. Excellent. Learned, met so many great traders along the way, and made so many great friends along the way. And most of them, a lot of them, are members here at Day Trading Radio. I'll get to introduce them to you one day. So again, what we are traders, and a lot of people are interested in trading, but there's different aspects of trading, investing. We've all gotten exposed to it over the last couple of years during the pandemic, and the meme stocks and the Bitcoin and the NFTs and stuff, and the get rich quick things that were great at when they in that flash in the pan, that tulip period of trading when you couldn't do anything wrong, and that does come along, and those are real bubbles that you see, and then they correct, and this is what we get in return. But all these markets come and go like that, and the truth is you can make good money trading the markets if you know how to do that, if you have the time, patience, discipline, and really, I always say discipline and patience are the two biggest things, because I could show you things that the market will do at certain times, high probability zones. And these are the areas you have to trade. You have to do that. You have to know a little bit more about the market conditions surrounding your trade. There's a lot of things. And all this requires extreme detail and decision making and discipline and patience to get to that. It's very hard to go into a casino with some money in your hand and not sit down at a table. And that's what sometimes I compare this to. If you're not in the right trade, or you just, there's different type of traders, momentum traders, swing traders, long-term traders, investors, there's so much to talk about. And that's what we do every single day here at Day Trading Radio. So that's the first thing. If you want to hear more of this and more, more trading, see our trading action, I'm on the air every morning from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, when the market opens up, pre-market. We make a lot of our money pre-market. I'm going to explain that in a second. And I'm also going to explain a kind of a breaking news here for everyone out there. Hopefully you got this note. I will be starting earlier in the future. I am working on getting in here around 6 o'clock in the morning, because we've seen that we have tremendous opportunities when the pre-market opens up. So 6 o'clock here Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be great for those European traders out there. So if you're out there in Europe, you're going to get a little taste of some great trading. Feel free to tune in, and definitely feel free to become a member and get all the benefits of Day Trading Radio. So that's going to start as soon as tomorrow. Today I set my alarms wrong. I didn't make it in. I made it in at that time, but tomorrow I'm planning on it, even though I'm doing an extended night tonight. Either way, 6 o'clock to 9:30 open, there's a lot of opportunities in the market. And we've been trading those. And those are basically what I call, cheap poppers, low float poppers. Stocks that are very, very cheap come up with news, and they get the momentum traders behind it. And we could identify those quickly. We have a great team that kind of brings out the news in our rooms, and we're able to jump on those. A couple of examples of those today. Actually, let's kind of go over some things. And it's kind of a free-form video. That's how I am, kind of free-form. You're looking at our dashboard right here. This is the Day Trading Radio dashboard. And when you sign in, and then again, let me back up right here. You can actually go to the link on this video, or go to Day Trading Radio. You'll find a link to the starter kit, which is a free starter kit. It's a 10-day trial here at Day Trading Radio, where you'll get access to our trading, all access to our dashboard, high probability setup, weekly watch list, a tradeometer, which you'll see in a second, a Rockbot channel, the school stock beginner courses to catch you up to speed, the dashboard with real-time trade alerts, and our great trading rooms. And this really, there's so much here involved. I'll just, put the link there. You can see everything. It's 10 days free, no obligation, no credit card required. But you get to see all our traders in action and get to use our tools and stuff. So definitely take advantage of that. All right, take advantage of that. Take advantage of it once, please. Don't abuse the trial, because it's and there's our dashboard, and there's a lot of great information there. So just follow that link on the bottom. That'll get you signed up. And when you get into the chat room, all right, here's your dashboard. It's going to open up, and right up in the upper right hand corner you'll see a chat, and you click on that, it'll pop down, and then click on the link, and it'll automatically put in your password and username that you picked for your trial, and then boom, it'll come up. Right now we have just under 100 people in the chat room, and even though it's after hours, a lot of people stay on overnight, and different times of the year, different times of the day, you'll see a lot more people, traders in there. Overnight, of course, could get a little quiet, but overall, that is where you want to be. And we have a futures room here where we have great futures traders also in that chat, which is over here. Let me move that over a bit. So right on the side here, futures chat, the members chat. People get to ask me questions and stuff. That'll pop up there. Here we have our trade alert box. These are all the trades that I take, or anything that Paul might take that he wants to send out on Bitcoin or any of the crypto stuff or stocks. But as you can see today, this is just kind of a recap. We got in today pre-market. I got in at about 8:22. We bought some GOEV, and that's one of the techniques. And this is the next portion of this video. What's Day Trading Radio good for? I mean, who is it right for? I know what it's good for, but what is it right for? Who is it right for? Not every trader has the time to put in to trade, and that's important. Day Trading Radio is very, very valuable in what it provides and how much it provides. So just the low price of the monthly membership probably isn't an issue for most people. You get everything with that $69, but I'll go over that in a bit. Don't have to worry about that. But today, let's go back to that GOEV, right? Let's go back to GOEV. So this morning when we get in, what we do is a pre-market scan, and we look for the high volume movers. Typically they're low price. And once you get them early, and the market here, pre-market opens up at 4 o'clock a.m. Not everyone's able to get, open up their accounts at 4 o'clock and trade, but most brokers, or good brokers, you should be able. If you have interactive brokers, you can do it, but like Ameritrade maybe is at 7 o'clock, and then, I don't know all the other brokers, what they are, but they're scattered around. But as you see, when you find strength in a stock pre-market, you don't have the algorithms as much messing with it. You just get pure craziness, momentum, and it usually gives you an opportunity to really get some decent gains. I mean, you have to understand these are short-term trades unless the news is really good and you feel real comfortable. But most of it, you want to take profits. So whenever I see a stock, pre-market is the gray area. If I see a stock that's trading in that gray area, but at the highs when the market opens, or it consolidated sideways, just like this, that's something that I want to, be in at the open. And then what happened is this actually popped and we sold it right away, and I wanted to sell. And that was a great thing because it kind of drifted back. And most of these stocks do drift back. Pets after hours that was here today, and we, identified this one early on. It was I put the yellow mark on it here. Sorry about that. That was right there where we kind of caught the news out here. 250 went up to about 3 1/4, pulled back to 292. I usually put those circles in on those pre-market movers just so we could look back at them. We got into this one here, RHE. On this actually had midday news, and we got in and got a nice run out of it. So that was also a great trade. So we'll go back to our trade alert box, and that trade alert box is connected to your account. So when you sign in, you have your email address that goes automatic to your email address. You can even put in your phone number there, and you'll get text messages of all the alerts, real time, right, instantaneous. So So let's just go back here, and again, this is for the whole week. So bought that, and then we ended up selling it for $120 to start the day off, or and then we sold the BHAT. We had some news on that. We got $120 on that. We got $108 on the GOEV, and that were the first two trades, and that was before 9:30. So before 9:30, and then I had some calls from yesterday, and the market popped, and I wanted to take those off, so I took those off for a small profit. Then we bought the RHE, and we know that popped up here, and we sold that, and I think it was about $36.97 exactly profit. And I wasn't sure of that one, so I only took 50 shares. But these small shares, as you can see, it adds up. And then at the end of the day, we had a little volume alert, and I bought the ACON, and I'm holding that currently. So that's a lot of things. We also have a lot of great tools, and the Tradeometer is one of the tools, and the Rockbot channel is also one of our great tools, which identifies the trading technique that I trade off of, divergences. So right now you're looking at the Rockbot channel, and you see these entries here. These are based off of stochastic price divergences, and I have that down to a science. Absolutely 100%, we'll tell you it's the best thing out there. It would be hard for me to it's just what I trade and what I know, and I could show you things and predict market movement on these levels and point them out. The weak part of this is always the trader. The trader's not always going to take the setup. They might second guess it or feel nervous or something like that. But a good classic divergence, and going forward, we're going to be really breaking them down as 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star divergences. So 3-star divergences are a must take, and those are the combination of, and I've gone over this many times, many times, but I'll show it to you one more time. Right. Well, this is good to start off. Anyway, you'll be getting this with your free trial also. It's the a business plan for traders, DayTraderRockStar's business plan for traders, and outlines the criteria and what I trade and how I trade that and everything about it. Every rule, every step that you need, and this is a rule of our divergences: 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star divergences. So the 3-star divergence here has to have a combination of things for us to take, and with those combinations, that's how we determine our position size and how I position mine. But this is just an example. This is a benchmark. This is the low, starting with 1 contract all the way up to 3 or 4 contracts. That is just the basic, and we do it on the MEC, which is the micro contract, but you could do this on the NASDAQ, Dow, Russell, it doesn't matter. Technique is, I'm not going to say flawless because nothing is perfect, but it is absolutely the best technique out there for trading, and I could back that up. So, I've written a whole method on it, and, there's so much education I put out there for our members and stuff. Really discussing this and how to take profits and where you take your entries and your stops and how to predict your profits and how much to put into each trade. We have a calculator, which is really good. And again, there's plenty of time to go over this because you'll have that. So I'll get back on that. But that was the 1, 2, 3 divergences. The Rockbot, which you see now, is on a different channel that pops up on any screen that you want, and it'll be on overnight, and it'll identify those divergences on a 5-minute time frame, on a 1-minute time frame, and also I'd like to track the Bitcoin. It works excellent on Bitcoin. So this is actually a live version. Then we have DTR2, which is Paul's, usually RPM Paul. He's a crypto man, and he's always has a Bitcoin up there, so he's watching that. And then there's a lot of other things on here. You have your music, you have your news, you have the tick strike player, market pressure gauges. Did I show you the Tradeometer? I think you have the Tradeometer, which is a short-term trading oscillator where we're getting everything timed perfectly. So we use all these. We use these and as our tools, and when they all line up, that's when you strike. And when you have like a Tradeometer and a Rockbot signal together, or I identify a great position, and we also have a confirmation Tradeometer signal, that qualifies us to raise our position size. So many good things here that you get to use and help you with your trading. There's just so many great tools. So when you go to that site, just type in your name, email. You'll pull either send you back. But if you go down to the bottom here, it shows you. You click on Learn More. Well, not all the way to the bottom, actually. Sorry. Not on the Learn More. It shows you the Rockbot, how to use the Rockbot channel, sign up here. But everything's on the page. Kind of give you an overview of everything. Sign up. And it'll bring you to the page. You just put in your name, your email address, your login name that you would like. Choose a password, confirm the password, and send it on its way. And that gives you 10 days. All right? And then you get to try everything out. You get to talk to us. Come into the chat room, like I said. Come into the chat room and say, hey, I'm a trial member. If you have any questions on trading, this is where to learn. This is we have a ton of experienced professional traders with us that are with us all day, and that's probably I wanted to touch base on this earlier, is who is a good candidate for trading with Day Trading Radio. Considering I want to switch over to the markets here while I discuss this, because I'm always trading and I hear the market moving here a bit. And what the hell? Let's see here. That's the That's the ES here, after hours here, and again, it's coming up on 7 o'clock. Well, let's consider I'm on the air from 7 o'clock to well, it's going to be 6 o'clock next week till 4 o'clock, and then we have our after-hour shows. Charlie usually does a cocktail and candlestick on Wednesday night. I usually do a Tuesday night show, and then Friday night we're here. I'm doing the watch list, and we get the watch list out, so we're here so much. But I really recommend people who are really interested in trading to have some time to put in it. Put some time. This is perfect for someone who is at home. All right, you're at home. You could have the radio on, the show on in the background, because you hear me call divergences, and you could go over to the charts, see the divergences, place your trades, and that's trading futures. Now, I also trade stocks. Stocks are going to be typically between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock, 9:30, where we're doing that, and then at the beginning of the day, hopefully we're taking profits on those pops. I like to take, depending on what stock it is. Some stocks run all day and they run for a couple of days, but our short-term trading, if you're able to be there each day, we trade short-term from 6 o'clock. Now, if you're not able to be there, I send out the watch list, which really identifies any divergences that are on the daily chart. So longer-term trades are definitely my go-to, what I love to do. But in this environment, we kind of backed off of that just because we don't know if we're going to make new lows yet. There's a lot of indecision in this market, and I just don't want anybody in front of a capitulation type of move. If we saw a capitulation type of move, we'll be able to identify it, and then you want to have some free cash to put to work at that point. Now, I'm not saying this is not the end, not the lows are, it's very hard to say if the lows are in. The majority of people out there, the majority of talking heads, continue to think that we have one more low to go, at least down to 3,500 on the S&P. And if those comments alone confuse you, then again, it takes time to understand the overall markets. We do deal with so much in trading, and I'm always trying to say, all right, who would be good for beginner traders? I teach a method that I really want to build a foundation from, the best foundation, very tight, good foundation that you work up to. Everyone's going to have to find their own way. I tell people, I'm going to teach you divergences. You're going to make some money. You're going to find that you want to just you're so excited to be a trader and being successful. You'll start to let go of your discipline. You'll start taking reckless trades. You'll overtrade. It happens to everyone. And then you'll try other new things and trying to find your own way. The divergent method I teach is almost a scientific type of, very logical scientific method based on momentum. And momentum, as you know, is a scientific theory, yeah, it is. It is what it is. Momentum brings on more momentum. The the boundaries of those moves are very small, but if you could wrap your head around that and not get too greedy, you could really start to scalp the market effectively. That's what I always talk about. The next thing is how much money should you use to trade this market? And I'm, again, I want to be able to show you what you could do with the least amount of money. And then you can do what you want if you have a lot of money. You could just compound that, or, that'll be the benchmark. So I'm always saying, all right, at least start with $25,000 to $5,000 if you're going to trade the futures. I wouldn't try to trade penny stocks with that. You'll lose your money faster than anything. You will have a fighting chance with the micros. With a discounted broker, you will, if you have the discipline, follow some of the classes. Like I said, I think we're going to be really focused on some of the early morning stuff. It's a great time that's a good time to pad your account. Lots of times if you're trading under 25,000 here, you fall into what's called the pattern day trading rule. You fall within that, and you can't trade more than 3 times in and out day trades in a 5-day period. So that could also hurt you, and you have to consider that. That's why futures are very good to mix with that. You can trade futures, which are unlimited, and then if you do have any great opportunities, and you're with us and we see that great opportunity, say this is a great opportunity, we're getting in, then you're willing to burn a trade. I always say burn a trade, because you'll end up having then 2 trades, and you have you don't want to use all your trades the first day and to be sitting around watching stocks go away. So you want to keep those things, or you could just trade in a non-margin account and not have to deal with it. But if you have that pattern day trading rule apply to you, there's always considerations of how to go about and approach that. So to recap, if you're at home, you have over $2,500 to $5,000 starting capital, you want to learn a good method, and you have time to sit in front of that computer and learn and watch and there is a learning curve. There is a way. I mean, the traders we have in here, I see in here every single day. And that's dedicated. Those are the ones that succeed. It's very hard to get out of tune with the market. Just being realistic. I would love everyone to just join up and just try their best to do it. But be realistic in trading. It's a very hard thing to do. It takes so much mental discipline, so much focus, and so much knowledge on what moves the market. Volume profile zones, things that you can't see. How momentum works. We have this worked out over 20 years of trading. Identified these levels and things that work on a higher percentage basis. High probability setups is the name of the underlying methodology, and it said that because I could tell you there's a better chance that the market's going to move right here than right and we'll see that move 9 times out of 10. And you'll see it, and my job is to explain how it got there, and your job eventually is going to be able to take that, right? And that's the hard part. But you'll eventually, get there. You will get there. The team here is unmatched. I love it. I love coming to work and trading each day with everyone. So many great traders out there. Hope to see you here at Day Trading Radio. Don't forget, you can try that free trial. Just go to the link. If you have any questions, hit me up. I've been answering questions for 15 years now here. I can handle some questions. Give me a couple days to get back to you. All right, and we could go from there. And if not, I'll see you guys in the chat room. And if you have, I think that's it. All right, I'm going to get back to trading right now. Do I have everything? Just to double check here for you. I don't know if I got everything covered. Did the tradeometer. Yeah, everything's on that link. Can't beat it. See you in the room.